Sup, nerds? Today we have Ben, who just got 13th place in the most recent Ultimate Cup, playing Beelzemon. He's going to give us his list.
Alrighty, guys. Pretty similar to how it's always been. Nothing too much has changed. Still gonna play the 4 Yamon. Mill 2 when you attack with a Demon Lord or Wizard. Still best egg in the deck. Also gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4. The Structure Deck Impmon, still the best Impmon in the deck. Uh, the Kill a level 3 when you attack. Inheritable, and as well as the if you have 20 to warp into Beelzemon. And I'm playing two of the original Hitmon from BT2. Trash 3 when you on deletion. It still comes up. There's still different ways you can utilize that. Trashing card is never going to be bad in this deck. We're also playing two other Hitmons. I'm playing the EX2 Hitmon, just the one of because it's still at 1. And I'm playing the one of BT6 Hitmon to pick up Demon Lords. Or 7 Great Demon Lords, actually. So you can only pick up the Beelzemon and the Beelzemon X's.
No blast modes.
No blast modes, because blast mode is not a 7 Great. And then for, I think, it's another good rookie. The Impmon X. This helps with consistency. You digivolve on the Impmon where you pick up another piece from your trash. Basically, you want to turbo your trash and then start picking stuff up from your trash to win the game. The games you lose are the games you don't mill. So
Yep.
for our level 4s, I cut down on my level 4s for this go round because I'm trying out some more techs and some other things, and I just had to make space for it. So playing the 4 Wizard Mons, when you mill it, gain a memory, inheritable, when attacking, reveal a card in your hand, place as long as it's purple, place it on top of your deck, and then basically when attacking, just put a card from your hand on top of the deck. Everything in this deck is pretty much purple. I'm playing for the Wizardmon X. Digivolve free on the Wizardmon, and if you Digivolve Wizardmon or have X Antibody in the source, gain blocker. Otherwise, you just mill 2 when you Digivolve, and it has the mill 2 inheritable as well. Getting to our level 5s, this is where I'm really starting to change things.
The spice.
The spice, Sean would say. I'm only playing 3 Balmon. This card is really good, and I wish I could play a 4th copy, but my space is limited. But if you in this deck, if you see 1, you pretty much have access to that same Digimon for the rest of the game because of how you're picking up from trash works. But this is the one that makes sure you can float into your Beelzemon. I'm playing a 1 of Balmon X. Personally, I do not ever want to cut this card. I like having the X Antibody in this deck. So this card picks up the X, is the only card in the deck that can pick up the X Antibody from the trash. Once again, I'm only playing 1 copy because you can recycle this. When Digivolving, mill 3, and then you can return a X Antibody from your trash to your hand. Getting to the spice, I'm playing 2 Myotismon Aces. I wasn't even considering this card at first until my friend Josh told me about it, and I was like, I'll give it a try. And I tested it out, and it feels really good in the deck. This card honestly won me at least 2 or 3 games, just because I could warp into a blocker when they're going for game, or I can just get so much tempo because when Digivolving, you may play a purple level 3, which can be any of the Impmons, including Impmon X, so you can pick up a resource. Or you could play a purple Tamer, which plays your Ayamaka, and getting a Ayamako for essentially free is really good in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah, you
only
want at
bad thing
least
about
2
this,
games.
the only bad thing about this card is he's undead and not a wizard or demon lord. But so you can't search him with the most of the searchers in the deck, but you can still pick him up with the Ravel Sprage. Then going back to our level 6s, just going back to standard, play 3 Beelzemon EX2s. You still want to float into your Upmons. And this also has a really good when attacking effect and when digivolving to trash too. It's not once per turn, so as long as you can unsuspend it, which you probably don't do in this deck, but you can basically digivolve into it, mill two, attack, mill two, to kill two different things on the board if you need to, if you can keep turn. You can unsuspend this Beelzemon, but I don't play the Leomon card.
Oh, the option.
Yeah, there's an option that you can play. It's a blue option that unsuspends a Beelzemon or a Leomon, but I don't play it. I played two of the structure deck Beelzemons. Just still a really good card. What people sleep on is all turns, so you can still turn back if you somehow mill on your opponent's turn, which you can come up. So if you can put this in like a BT2 Impmon on the board and they kill the BT2 Impmon, you can still turn back before they can do anything to you. It's a really good card. Mill 4 when digivolving, and then gain memory equal to the number of cards in your trash. For every 10, you gain 1 memory. For the best card in the... I don't know, they're all good cards. For the win condition of the deck, I'll say. Beelzemon X Antibody. You can just digiroll this on 1 on Beelzemon, and for every 10 you trash, you burn a card from their security. Combine this with X Antibody, you can just attack per game a lot of the times. So this is definitely the win condition of the deck. And just in case you needed one more swing, there's always the blast mode. So 1 blast mode to unsuspend and attack for game. It's basically the hybrid in this deck, but it also has the secondary effect where if you mill it, it blows up a card, depending on how many cards you have in your trash. And I know some people have I've looked at some of the feedback on some of the videos, and people are saying they will cut Ayamako, but I will never cut this card.
Yeah,
I
they're
think this is the
wild.
best card in the deck. This card is basically the lifeblood of the deck. If you don't see this deck, your deck is working at 50%. Because you want to use this effect to stack your deck, so you can guarantee your mills go off properly. And I want to see a bunch of copies because I want to see this early, and I want to see this a bunch of times. Also in this deck, if you mill it, because I'm playing the Beelzemon Ace, you can play it back for free. I think I had a game where somebody hit 3 of these in a row out of security. I was like, okay,
Game
cool.
over.
So I have 4 now, so yeah. And like I said, I'm playing the 1 of X Antibody. Some people choose not to play it, but I think this card gives you another win condition. Because there's a lot of times where you want to digivolve into your X Antibody, but doing so will pass turn, so you can't swing. But if you have this, you could just swing, digivolve X Antibody, trash the rest of their security, and just win the game. Which, most of the time I play this card, I won the game. I did finally manage to squeeze in some places to play 2 Wisdom Trainings. This card also was really good in the deck. Just some more consistency early to get you started. The weakness of this deck is starting slow, because if you start slow, you just lose. But if you can start fast and then beat your opponent before they get the chance to kill you, you win. Common sense, right? I'm playing 1, 2, 3 Deathslinger. I would play 4, but I'm just making space. This deck space is really tight. When you mill it, gain a memory, kill stuff pretty cheaply, very quickly. If you have 20, you kill level 6. It starts to build up pretty quickly. But it's just that I have to play a bunch of different cards so I can fit the 4th copy. Because I wasn't going to cut this card. This card is the consistency of the deck. This is you want to mill this card to get your... this is basically, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! If you mill this card.
Mm-hmm.
You use your trash as your resource. And also, my last 2 cards are going to be the 2 7-fold clusters. So in all, I'm playing 9 removal options. So you have some security bombs in this deck. So that's also another benefit of playing Beelzemon. You know that you can you have a chance of surviving, because a lot of people don't play as many security bombs, so people are not being able to kill a Digimon that's swinging for game that would otherwise kill you is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about your matchups?
Sure. Um, Round one, I played Numamon. That's the game I lost. I had told everybody at the locals that I just avoid Numamons. And the very first matchup I played was against a guy with a Numamon name, a Numamon playmat, a Numamon field center playing Numamon. So I was like,
You played the exact opposite of
I played the exact
avoiding
opposite
Newman.
of avoiding Numamon.
Yeah.
It was a fun match. I got swiftly dispatched. I think I had like 30 minutes of just sitting there thinking about like I've done differently. I still don't know how to play against Numamon. I need to work on that matchup. My next two rounds were pretty much free because they were pretty much free. My opponents kind of just dropped and just left. Um, Round
Four.
four, I played Red Hybrid. I was like, okay, I'm experiencing this match. I know how to do this. I've won 2-0. It wasn't. I won 2-0, but it wasn't like it was free. It was close, and I think having the blockers saved me. The round after that, I played Red Hybrid. I was like, okay, I'll just play this matchup. Okay, and then the round after that, I also played Red Hybrid. So I played three Red Hybrids in a row. I two all of them, but it's Red Hybrid, so you still have to be wary. But I was able to like just mostly. I think most of the time I just build them on X per game. The next round I played Davas. I really underestimated Davas because I was like, you just remove their body, they can't do anything. But the, if you can't remove their body every single turn, which you're not going to be able to kill a level 5 every single turn. Um, they get some good value off of it, especially if they planned like the Mega Gargamon Ace, which can swing twice,
Mm-hmm.
or the Antilamon, which can
Is it
Alliance.
unsuspend?
No, the Antilamon can give Alliance. So if they
Oh
have like a
yeah.
Mother Reaper, you're like, okay, I'm swinging for 23 for 2 checks. So the deck has some surprising amount of like firepower to it. There is really a strong defensive deck, so if you don't have the setup to remove their level 6s without your stuff dying, it sucks. But that matchup went 2-1. I took it, but it was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. And then round 8, I played against Lugamon, which is another deck that you kind of just well, does your opponent have it or the OTK or not? Luckily in this deck, I have some answers to Lugamon because my security has, like I said, 9 bombs in it.
Mm-hmm.
My first check when he was going for, pretty much going for game. I don't think he had a Fenrir in his hand, but he would have pretty much won the game if that attack went through. Was a Rivals Barrage, which deleted his Digimon that was attacking. So I survived that game. So even if he had a Fenrir, it would have deleted the Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't really remember how the matchup went. I just remember that it was close, but I ended up taking it because I think my last turn I double Beelzemon X'd him
Jesus.
because the way how no, that was the Daven player. I had to double Beelzemon X because I lost. I hit I swung 14 into 15, so
Mm.
I needed another Digimon to win the game. This deck performed better than I thought it would. I luckily avoided playing a ton of Numamons. I played the one, which I just lost, but it has a good matchup spread around the board. It's just that you just got to get lucky with your mills, I guess.
So you're getting that sweet, sweet top 32 pricing.
Oh yeah, I was disappointed that the Altamon's not the new Altamon. I
Yeah.
mean, not the original Altamon. They did the second Altamon, which is nobody plays that Altamon.
Yeah, unfortunately, they use the entire BT12 line for those promos instead of just like considering which one's better.
Honestly, I wish that top 16 got their invite, but this is not an invitational event.
Yeah, I really wish they would do just top 16 for all big events, get you Nationals invite.
Yeah, but other than that, pretty good weekend, and Beelzemon can still win. Can still top. You just gotta pilot it pretty well, and then hope everything rolls your way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's everything.